Good evening. Thought I'd come up to you today and show you a little something else that I do with leftovers. And we got some leftover cabbage and some cornbread that I made the other day. And buttermilk, hot sauce. Want to just have a little chit chat with everybody. I like to put, start off with, I like to put a little bit of black pepper in my buttermilk. Not everybody likes that. Oh no, you done ruined it. No, that's the way I like it. And I like to put a couple drops of hot sauce in there. Not a whole bunch. Just a couple dashes. We'll stir that around. Get it all mixed up. Now, every time I think about this, I think about my childhood. Think about when I was a kid. Back home in New Mexico, growing up. That's pretty good, just like that. We'll have to add no more. Now, in my cabbage juice, what we call in the South pot liquor, I like to pour just a little bit of that in there. Tablespoons, such maybe like that. And then for my side, I got cherry peppers and pickled jalapeno peppers that we put up, and my cornbread with okra in it that I made the other day. Now, we in the South like to do things our own way, what have you. We like to take oven baked cornbread and crumble it up, put it in buttermilk or sweet milk, whole milk if you will, or drink it and use the buttermilk like a cracker or a biscuit or something like that. And in the cabbage juice is what we call pot liquor, made out of turnip. The juice off of turnip, mustard, collard greens, mustard greens, and poke salad. Now, poke salad is poisonous unless you know how to cook it. Now, my hair ain't gray enough to know how to cook poke salad, but my wife's grandmother, she would send me out to pick it. Had to be right before Easter, about 2 weeks before Easter, and the leaves that she wanted to pick was the size of your hand, and not off of a stalk that has purple on the stalk. It has to be a green stalk. If it's got purple on it and berries on it, it was poisonous and you couldn't eat it no matter how you cooked it. Poke salad had to be cooked 7 times, drained 7 times, and the last time you could put your seasonings in your fat mat and all in there with it. But today, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my cornbread. I'm going to take a bite, take a little bit of that pot liquor, and just eat it by the spoon. Add a piece of pepper, bite a piece of pepper, eat, and just chit chat with you folks. Like I said, I like doing this to get homesick every once in a while, thinking about my mom, and thinking about my brother and sister, and what better way to think about those that have gone on before us. Now, my grandmother, when you knocked on her door, rang her doorbell, she would open the door and greet you. Hey, y'all come on in. Y'all hungry? And the whole time she's asking you, are you hungry? She's pulling stuff out, putting it on the table. No, we're not hungry, not hungry. But she got the whole refrigerator, and I got some cakes in the freezer, and I got yada, yada, yada. She's going to feed somebody when they come to her house. And I think that's when I learned how to what I was saying when I ended my videos is invite somebody to your table and make a memory and put a smile on somebody's face. Because that's what I remember. My mom cooking, my grandmother cooking, and I try to emulate them too. My wife, she does the same thing with her grandmother as far as baking and stuff like that. But I'm going to eat a little bit, and I'm going to think of a story or two to tell, and be right back with you. Adjust that tripod so you don't be looking at my head while I'm eating, you know. But no, that's what all these dinner tables are all about, is to invite somebody, your family, neighbors, or somebody from the church over. I remember the old folks talking about every Sunday. They couldn't wait Sunday to show up because they knew they was going to have some fried chicken and some greens. They didn't get fried chicken during the week. Just when the preacher was coming over, they were going to get the fried chicken. Yeah, I remember so many stories listening to old timers talk about that. It's funny. In fact, there's a joke I heard. It just popped in my head. It was a preacher invited a new family to come visit the local church, and they was from up north somewhere, and he invited them over, and they were talking and everything while they were preparing lunch, what have you, and they sat down, and they had a table full of food. I mean, it just one end of the table to the other end of the table. Nothing but food, just anything you wanted. So they graced the table, and the preacher, you know, he got his fried chicken, and got his greens, and got his baked cornbread and the baked sweet potato on his plate and everything. But the preacher reached out there and got that Louisiana hot sauce and just turned that fried chicken red with that Louisiana hot sauce. Then he reached over there and got that hot vinegar pepper sauce and just all over them greens, just all over them greens. And reached over there and got one a cayenne pepper fresh off the plant. So they was eating and everything, and the preacher looked down there to the gentleman down at the other end of the table and said, "You got a lot of sweat on your forehead, and your eyes are kind of red. Is everything all right?" the man at the end of the table said, "Preacher, I've heard of hellfire and brimstone before, but you're the first one I ever known got samples on your table." Yes, sir. That's some good stuff right there. Good hot stuff. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh man. Tell you what my brother does. He'll take a bite of it and say, "Oh wow, you need to try this." I was told, don't trust him. Don't trust him. He's trying to find somebody else to take it off his hand because it's too hot for him to eat it. Yes, sir. Oh man, that's some good stuff. Wow. Oh man. We were talking about Momma the other day. Well, how Momma was something else. She was. My uncles had told me so many stories about Mom. Mama told this story. She told it to be the truth now. Back when she was a little girl, her mama sent her out there in the yard to go get them a chicken for supper. And Mama went out there and she run around the chicken coop, She finally caught her a chicken. Well, she went out there to the stump where my grandpa always dealt with the chickens. And she did just like what Grandpa did. She'd take that chicken and just wring his neck, you know, and just throw it on the ground. And when Grandpa did that, he'd just pick it up there and he'd start plucking it off and cut the head off, what have you. And Mama said she reached down there and she grabbed that chicken, rang around there and throwed it down on the ground. She said the next thing she saw that chicken just getting it on down to the next patch. She said, "We've never seen that chicken ever again." You know, that chicken went to the next county. I had turned 16 and had been driving long, and my uncle told me, he said, "Now, I'll give you some advice, son." He said, don't ever try to pull the wool over your mama's eyes. He said, now that you're learning how to drive, you're going to do this, you're going to go over there, you're going to be doing things you ain't supposed to be doing, going somewhere where you ain't supposed to be going, hanging out with those you ain't supposed to be hanging out with. He said, let me tell you something. Don't ever try to pull the wool over your mama's eye. She either done it, she invented it, or it was a bunch of people that had done it. So she's already paved the road for you. She just don't even try to fool her, because she's old school. She knows what she's doing. Yeah, I mean, I have so many memories, Mama. Just some things y'all wouldn't even believe. We had Mama got a bunch of roses. She wanted to plant them out there in the desert. And like I said, we're 20 miles from town. We'd been out there all day long with post hole diggers trying to dig these holes in the hard ground. We'd get the hole dug so far, and we'd dig, pour some mortar in the hole, and see if that would soften up the soil enough to where we could dig some more. And a man come up in a pickup truck with a camper shell on it. And we had a dog named Sam, a Cocker Spaniel. Boy, he was raising some sand. He was just barking like there was no tomorrow. Mama went out there to see what was going on, and the man had 2 rocks in both hands. He said, lady, call your dog off. Call your dog off. He says, ma'am, he said, if you'll just call your dog off, I'll put these rocks down. She said, well, just do it real slow. So he stayed in his business while he was there, and Mama gave him directions and everything. When he left, I said, Mama, look, when he come in, he run over 2 of the rose bushes. When he left out, he run over 2 of the rose bushes. Mama said, y'all get in the car. We had to drive about 2 miles to the main highway. And right there at the highway is a swing gate. And because it was open range, they didn't want the cows and all out. So we finally caught up with the old guy, and Mama gets out of the car with Daddy's pistol. And he said, she told him what he had done. He said, man, he said, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. So he said, Mama was holding that gun, and she was waving around, what have you. And I kept saying, shoot him, Mama, shoot him. He said, ma'am, he said, I'll pay you for them rose bushes if you just put that gun away and take your children back to the house. We hadn't been out there, out in the desert very long. We had moved, like I said, we moved 20 miles from town, and we were the only one out there in that area at that time. And we had a street light, but it didn't put out a whole bunch of light anyway. But Mama would sit there right next to the window at the dining room table, and there was a window right here, and the TV across over there. And the 3 of us would sit down there watching Gunsmoke or some western of that era back in the late 60s. And Mama would watch the TV just a little bit, and then she'd look out the window where she could see all the way up to the highway. There was no obstructions or anything. And she could see Daddy pull up to that gate, open up the gate. She could see the shadows running in front of the headlight, and then watch him close the gate. And that was her telltale sign, was to, she had the meal 98% cooked, and all she had to do was put them pop biscuits on, or put some toast on, or put the finishing touches on the stew, or start frying up the cornbread. She'd look at the TV just a little bit, and then she'd lean back and look up the highway, and she'd lean back. She leaned back one time, looked up the highway, she said, oh, Lord! Just loud, it just vibrated the whole room, and her whole chair just moved away from that window just real quick. And the 3 of us, what's wrong, Mama, what's wrong? The apocalypse. What we were thinking, come after you. Going through our mind, we didn't know. And Mama was pointing out the window. Mama couldn't say nothing. Pointing out the window. And here we saw these 4 green lights. real close to the window. What it was two horses real close to the window, and the reflection of the light hit the horse's eyes, and that was great. Mama thought it was Marvin the Martian. Come take us away. One more story, and I'm gonna call it quits. And get me a piece of this here jalapeno pepper right here, and back it up with some of this cornbread too. These jewels right here are just a little bit on the warm side. They're not insanely hot, but they got a little punch to them. They know you're biting into them. They'll let you know about it. Just more that pot liquor. Here I am manning my manners. Don't eat this pot liquor with a spoon and everything. Let me show you what Grandpa used to do right here. Yeah, my mama seen me do that, he'd have a fit. Anyway, one more mama story. Like I said, we were way out there in the desert and everything. It was open range at the time. And Daddy was in the process of getting the post holes dug and barbed wire strung around the property to keep the cattle and the horses off the property, because he didn't want them coming in there and eating off the fruit trees that him and Mama had just planted. So whenever Mama see the cows, she'd say, cows out there, so we had to go run the cows off. Had to go run the cows. Horses out there, we had to chase the horses off. So we chased horses one afternoon. We chased them. They wouldn't do nothing. They scatter and they come right back. Mama said, I got a trick for them. She grabbed a box that Daddy had over there by his chair near the dining room table. She couldn't find his other pistol, the reason why she grabbed that box. She opened up this box and pulled the pistol out and opened it up and closed it. And what it was a nickel-plated .38 Smith & Wesson. The Mama went out there, she said, y'all get back up here. Y'all get back up behind me. Get behind me. And she went, pow, 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 shooting it in the ground, pow, pow. Them horses took off. And Daddy get home and seen that box had been opened and the pistol not laying in the box like it's supposed to. He said, who's been in playing with my gun? And Mama said, it was me. I scared the horses off with it. She said, are you crazy, woman? That was a brand new nickel-plated .38. You know how much you depreciated the value of that thing? The cylinders had little blue spots on them, and the barrel had just a little bit of blue from the heat. Mama said, why'd you buy the thing for? I'll go shoot it. Mama ruined a gun. over some horses, man, I swear. But I'll tell you what, in the future, I got some more Mama stories that I'll tell you and share with you. I have to pass them by my brother and sister first to make sure I can tell them, because there's only a few of us that know that this went on. So, all right, till next time. See you, bye.